Over the horizon, baby, I see that ass. Over the horizon, baby, gonna have a blast. Oh, I see it shaking over the edge, yeah, over the horizon, baby. Oh, damn, baby, yo, I see it. Oh, you were there. I was here. A big booty black girl. Come over now. Big booty baby on that ass one time. Yeah. You better gotta work it out. You got to work that ass for daddy. Gotta 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 work that ass for daddy. Yeah. Gotta work that ass for daddy. Woo! Gotta work that ass for daddy. Ooh, baby. Gotta work that ass for daddy. Oh, bring that fat ass thing over here, oh, baby. I wanna damn, baby, yo, I gotta see it, yo, it's like a, yeah, no, yeah, but I said, hey, oh, baby, oh, bring that fat ass over here, I wanna get it in my mouth, I wanna get it in my mouth, oh, I wanna suck on your fat ass, oh, gotta suck on that ass, baby. I gotta suck on that ass, yo. I'm talking, yo, I'm gonna spread the ass apart, get my tongue in your ass, eating on your ass. So, yo, I'm eating on you, eating on you, eating on your ass. I'm eating on your motherfucking ass. I wanna see it, baby, give me your ass, yo, the whole ass. I'm gonna eat it with my tongue and mouth, yo, you gotta do it. Work that ass for daddy. Gotta work that ass for daddy. No, gotta work that ass for daddy. Go ahead, baby girl, gotta work it real good. Gotta work that ass for daddy. You gotta work that ass for daddy. Work that ass for daddy when ya. Oh, that's the juice, baby. Yo, I feel the juice in my mouth. Yo, the juice in your ass like Florida orange, baby. Yo, pulp free. Hell no, I need the pulp. Need a whole bunch of pulp in that goddamn ass. Yo, get on top of me. I see you, you're on top of me. I can't even see the rest of your body. Your ass is fat. Then you're sitting down, baby, on my face. I'm sucking your pussy and your ass in the same place. You gotta work that ass for daddy. Oh, oh, work that ass. Gotta work that ass for daddy. Your ass is mine, bitch. Your ass is mine. Gonna suck on it. Gotta work that ass for daddy. You gotta work it, baby. Gotta work it good. Love the ass. Gotta work that ass for daddy. You gotta work that ass. Please one time. Gotta. Work that ass for daddy. Gotta work that ass for daddy. work your ass, baby girl, work your goddamn ass. Work that ass for daddy. I see it and it's fat and I need it in my life. Gotta.
Bueno.
Work that ass for daddy. Gotta work that ass for daddy. Gotta work that ass for daddy.
Next. No.
Gotta work that ass for daddy.
I don't even know. Guy in his bedroom. No shirt. Making the music from scratch. Shout out to Mark Riverlet. I saw his stuff playing games and shit like that. It was always funny. Always a good time. Thank you, Mark.
Gotta work that ass for daddy.
We will. We will work that
Yes.
ass. Felt like a pastor, you know? All right. Give it up for the choir there. Work that ass for daddy. All right. Come on, guys. Come on. So much for being monetized. I forgot you can't like cuss in the first like 10 minutes of this thing. Otherwise, they cut you off or they just assume it's like hate speech or some shit like that. So I got to work on that. I know we got in trouble for some of the videos and music that we played. Last week, we got in trouble for showing a crackhead video. I found a stream that showed you guys crackheads in Philadelphia, a live stream in Philadelphia, and they said that that was, as a result of that, we can't show to children 18 and under, which isn't really my market, you know. 18 or under, you're not really, you're not there yet. I mean, you can be, but I'm not looking for that. I'm not using that. What? Come on. So let's get into this. I'm gonna be quick, short tonight because I got some bullshitting around to do. Plus, be real. The internet isn't as strong here yet. We're ordering the Verizon version, but yeah, my lady doesn't like me having to tell her, you gotta cut everything the fuck off because daddy's gonna play on the internet for a little while. Real quick, say what's up to people that are already in the room, already leaving comments, helping out with the algorithm. Jared Smith, do I miss a Bird Gang? You mean like Dipset? Dipset Bird Gang all day? Yeah. Yeah, I miss a Bird Gang. Those guys were crazy, man. You know? They were ASAP Mob before it was ASAP Mob. But Wu-Tang Clan after Wu-Tang Clan. They were like Wu-Tang, but with pink. You know what I mean? 6X t-shirts, bandanas wrapped around your spinning rims. What? How could you not fuck with Bird Gang? Bird Gang is funny when you see pictures of those guys now from magazine shoots from the early 2000s. It's not as bad as like Baby with Cash Money because they always had those kids like shirtless and stuff like that. But it is pretty. It gives me crisscross vibes. Where you're like, yo, these are definitely children being exploited. I mean, Jim Jones was what, 17, 18 years old when all that was happening? And they're like, yo, put these Timbs on and stand on top of his car. And you're like, oh, shit. Jesse Black is in the building. What's up, Jesse? All right. Jesse, we're going to watch some Kung Fu today. I actually pulled up some episodes to look at. Are you using that microphone's audio? I would like to say that the microphone is using mine. One of those clever little Zen responses. It is actually the microphone that uses my audio. As As a matter of fact, the microphone does not omit any sound for me to use in any way, shape, or form. So no, I am not using the microphone's audio, but I am talking into the mic. It should be registering. Everything's all plugged in. It's all lit up. If it's not, fuck, dude, I am sorry, because I don't think it would do anything. Don't get copyrighted on my behalf. Is Kung Pao a copyrighted thing? Is it? I saw it said Tommy Boy Films on the thing there, so I'm not sure. All right. Whatever. Real quick, some things I want to update you guys on before I get into any videos. Next week, we got New York Comedy Festival, which starts tomorrow here in New York. The New York Comedy Festival starts tomorrow. And Derek and I are doing a live podcast for No Need for Apologies Tuesday? It's a Tuesday night. It's a weird night that they're making us prove ourselves, which I get it. I mean, before we used to do it on Sunday. It was the nights that they used to give us out for Black Ass, and those did well anyway. So I'm curious to see what this Tuesday would be. But if you don't already have your ticket, please be there for that. And really, I guess that's it. Announcement-wise, movies and stuff are up on Gas Digital. If you guys are Gas members, please. I watched all the Harry Potters. Well, not all of them for that, but I finally got through all 8 Harry Potters. That's all 8 since my vasectomy. If you guys remember, you've been following along since September 5th, since I had the time and the healing, not getting laid. I decided to watch what other people who aren't getting laid watch, and that was Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Well, let me rephrase that. A lot of people who watch Harry Potter aren't getting laid. There's a lot of freak Johns out there who watch Harry Potter, like a lot of Johns be. So basically, I watched all of them to see. I'd never seen them all. And then we found out Do-Rag and the Deer Tag guys, who you guys put me on to, Rob Cruz, was going through these movies actively. So Rob came up and watched episode 7 with me, or movie 7. And I just watched part 8 by myself, or me with, Tiana was producing. So that's a pretty fun thing. You go see that in Cocaine Shark 3, along with everything else that we put up there. And that's about it. That was really the announcements that I needed to make. I was learning shit today that I shouldn't have been learning. You want to know what I learned today? That is just nothing that comes through your screen is real. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Nothing. I mean nothing, bro. Anything you see on a screen is fake and bullshit. It sounds like I'm going off on a weird tangent, and I am, because today something that I learned, it bugged me. Oh my God, it bugged me. How do I get these to be bigger? Come on. I never learned the picture aspect of it. Okay, well, I'm just going to share this picture here. You guys know who this guy is? Huh? You guys know this guy? Mr. Miyagi? Or Mr. Foyagi is what I should call him. Did the internet lock up again? Mr. Miyagi. Or Mr. Foyagi. Speaking since we're talking. Why can't I zoom in on this shit? All right, whatever. My lack of internet skills are failing me. You know this dude did not do Kung Fu? At all. He had to be taught karate to do the Karate Kid. This is what I'm talking about here, people. Nothing is real. I watched that man teach a white boy karate for years, and I just assumed he was doing it. So here's where this is coming from. Hear me out. I am reading a book right now called, what the fuck is it called? Teenage Ninja the Mutant Turtle, or something like that. Damn it. I got it here on my phone. That's what it's called. It's called Teenage Mutant to Ninja Turtle. Or no, Teenage Ninja to Mutant Turtle. I'm going to show you this book I'm reading. I don't know why I don't just pull this stuff up on my phone. Teenage Ninja to Mutant Turtle. So what this is this book that I found because I thought it was going to give me some insight about the movie Ninja Turtles. Here it is here. You see that? No, that's not what I needed to wipe, was it? I don't know what I needed to wipe. There. You see that? So it's a book by the guy who played Raphael in the 1990s Ninja Turtle movie, or he was in the suit. He was the martial artist inside the Raphael suit. And it was supposed to be all these stories about making the hit movie Ninja Turtles from 1990, the Jim Henson version, the best version, with a close follow up to the Ninja Turtles that came out earlier this summer, being probably the second best one. But this dude, of course, it's right up my alley, and it's the Raphael. I am Raph. I am Raph. So it's like, all right, yeah, let me go see this guy. Let's get into it. Let's check it out. It ended up being just this guy's like memoirs. You know what I mean? This guy just talking. I mean, he's like, he's talking about where he grew up in North Carolina and all this stuff like that. And it's like, okay, whatever. But I started the book, so I'm going to finish it. All right. But yeah, this guy just starts talking about, getting into the biz and working with people who train people. And he named someone who was the guy who trained Mr. Miyagi. He had to teach Mr. Miyagi. And here's the thing, it was a white guy who taught Mr. Miyagi karate, like a Chuck Norris type. Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita, I guess is his real name, if that is even your real name. He was an actor, but dig this. He was a comedian. He was a goddamn comedian. And he didn't know karate. Yeah, this dude is from California. He's not even from China. He's not even from Okinawa or whatever country he said he was from in the movie, which I guess so, but Jesus Christ, man, like we grew up thinking this guy taught karate, wax on, wax off, catching the fly. Dude, that's racist. That is racist to trick a generation of children into thinking that they are watching an Asian man teach. This movie made me feel like if you were not learning karate from an Asian man, are you even learning karate? You know what I mean? Like, you don't even need to be in a dojo, because that guy was paint the fence, wash the car. Why would I doubt him? Why would I doubt him? Because he was Asian. He actually gave me more faith in Asians. Here you go. If you want to seem like this is racist, here's the crazy thing. I feel like I had faith in just about all Asians teaching me anything. That's how good of a job he did. If it was an Asian teaching me, I don't care, spelling, math, if it was a tutor, if it was an Asian teaching me anything, I was on board, because I just figured they were that whimsical that they knew how to get things done by teaching you shit like sanding the floor or washing dishes, or that, you know what I mean? It was going to lead to something. And this motherfucker was lying. Wait, what's this? Am I gonna watch Fantastic Beasts? Why do I know that title? What the fuck is Fantastic Beasts? Somebody just told me about that. I think that is something that's queued up. Fantastic Beasts. Why do I know that? Give me 1 second. I know Tiana's been telling me about that. Fantastic Beasts. Oh, it's just a film series? I didn't know about it. Is it good? I'll check it out. I still gotta get this other thing down that I can't find that Alex sent me. Excuse me. Wait, oh, Fantastic Beasts is some more Harry Potter shit? What the fuck is this? Is a film series directed by David Yates, a spinoff. Oh, prequel? No. Harry Potter was good, but I've had enough. I have had enough, bro. Like, you guys did all of this Harry Potter over like an 18-year period. You know what I mean? With extensive breaks in between and anticipation. And you guys read the books and you were excited for the story and you wanted to see the stuff coming. Like, nope. I just crammed that shit like it was the fucking LSATs. All right. I just did a 2-month intensive, got through what you guys built in 15 years in 2 months. Okay. Let my brain for a little bit. You know, I'm fucking like Neo in the Matrix. Oh, I know Kung Fu. Like, all right, dude, show me. And I'm like, I'm really not as good as I thought I could. What do you say? Them Hogwarts girls be alright though. Yeah, that's how we all go into it. That was fascinating watching Shorty's, cleavage. I'm not going to comment on her body. I'm just going to say cleavage. And when I say cleavage, I mean the cut of her shirts. Okay, the cut of her shirts, that costume design, and everybody was like, yeah, this is the way to go. That definitely grew over time. But yeah, my girl is definitely a Hogwarts chick. So yeah, I get it. Um, Oddly enough, the day after, so I did Harry Potter 8 on Monday. Tuesday, just to give you guys a follow up, Tuesday I had to go and do my what do you call that? I literally mean this. I'm doing this hand motion, but I literally mean this. I had to give my sample. I had to get my sample from making sure that there's no swimmers in my Sprite, making sure that my Sprite is not dirty. From the vasectomy, I gotta make sure that the fluids are no longer functional. I gotta make sure my ooze will not convert any more turtles or rats if spilled into the sewer, if you get what I mean. All right. So I go down there and it was Tuesday. Now, I don't know if you guys are there. I totally forget about Halloween. It's not something that's on my radar. It's not like I'm not a dresser upper. I am not a big. I'll go to a party. I did go to a party on Halloween night, but it's just not something that rings out for me. So I always forget until I get on a train, and I'm like, yo, why the fuck is everybody dressed like? Oh, right, Halloween. So Halloween fell on a Tuesday, so it had stuff to do, and it happened to be the date of my day to give a sample. So I go down there, and the lobby of the fertility clinic is decorated as Harry Potter themed. It's all Hogwarts. And I thought that was pretty funny. I knew what it was, and I wanted to be able to relate, but they were bombarding me. They charged me $100 to let one off in their facility. Almost ruined the mood. I'm not going to double into it because I talked about it ad nauseum on the most recent episode of the podcast, which we recorded yesterday. There was a live stream. Thank you for everybody who tuned into that live stream. The episode will be available next week, but I go into it more for the people who aren't, subscribers or aren't Black Air Force One Energy members. But that episode will be available next week, and I'll talk more about why I had to give $100. I'll just say this: almost ruined things for me. I know what it's like now to go to a peep show booth. That's what I felt like. I felt like one of those old perverts. Did you guys ever go to like porno stores when you were a kid? That's a weird sentence. But you would go to stores to buy pornography. They didn't care. They didn't care you like 15, 16. They let you walk around and buy tapes. But there were adults who were past buying tapes. There were adults who were all about like, yo, put this on in the back. I'm trying to go back there. And I remember as a kid seeing that. Like, you'd be like, what? Like, because there would always be like a monitor by the counter. And it would just be some really perverted homoerotic porn playing. And as kids coming in buying regular, like entry level beginner vanilla porn, we would judge the guy at the cashier. We would judge the cashier like, yo, what the fuck is you watching, bro? You know what I mean? And he'd be like, that's not me. That's the guy in the back. I'm like, what the fuck? That guy that we just saw come up here. Yeah, he asked me to put this on. He paid to go in the back. So I've always kind of, I guess the sound bad, I always kind of look down on those people, right? Like, damn, son, you coming into the porno store in the middle of the day to pay money to whack one off in the back. And that's what it felt like I had to do. Like, I felt like you just gave you $100 to go in the back and use their little closet. I'm like, man, that was. Ooh, I never thought I'd be there. Never thought I would see that point in my life where it's like, here's the money, I'm ready to nut, you know. But whatever. Oh shit. Some people watching Harry Potter know that Chris Cross is gonna make you jump. Are my references old? Hey, what do you want from me? I am a 40-year-old man. All right. Just on my little corner of the YouTube over here. Again, that's what I am over here. I am an old man underneath of a car cover, just shining his little Buick. They don't even make Buicks anymore. Okay, that's where I am. I'm just over here, just yeah, it's a nice day. You know, the car is shiny as hell. I'm never gonna drive it. There isn't a scratch on it. All right, the windows are fucking perfectively clean, and I'm just gonna go in the house and drop dead, and then some young kid's gonna buy the car and stun it out and do all the shit that they wanted to do with it. If you know Chris Cross will make you jump, you probably have gray pubes. Not in the pubes. I got like 2 in the beard. I don't know where they go. Every now and again they come, and then sometimes they're not there. But yeah, that's where I am on the grays. That's where I am on the grays. Look at that. I'm trying Fantastic Beasts. He's Harry Pottered out. That's T. She knows. I told you guys. That's exactly what I just said. It was a lot of Harry Potter. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. I'm sure Fantastic Beast will still be there. How long we've been live? I don't know. Does it tell y'all something like that? Whatever. Dork. Who was on Happy Days? Pat Moriarty? I keep saying Moriarty because in Philly, there was a place where we used to get wings. It was called Moriarty's. And that's I keep wanting to say that. But Pat Morita? He was on Happy Days? That's the other thing that's fucked up when people get to like acting is it's such a shitty thing like that. Let me see here. Oh wow, that is the first thing that comes up. Happy Days. Wow. Now who's old? I made a Chris Cross reference. This motherfucker came in here and said Happy Days, but there it is. There it is. You see that? Happy Days. A reoccurring role in the mid-70s. And he looked old then, too. You know who else looked old like that, too? Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito, like, even when you see him on Taxi, it's like, he's young. It's clearly the youngest Danny DeVito we've ever seen. But you're like, that's young Danny DeVito? And George Costanza's like that, too. When you see pictures of, like, Jason Alexander on YouTube doing those fucking McDonald's commercials, you're like, dude, that was the youngest version of you? That was the youngest? That is fucked up, man. Okay. Jesus Christ. Asian teachers suck, bro. Let me tell you something. They probably do. They probably do. I've had in college. So for those of you who know, now we're getting into some nerd shit. When I was in college at the University of Pittsburgh, out there, I think what we would call the Lions, the Panthers, Pittsburgh Panthers. Wow, I should know that, shouldn't I? I studied math. I have a degree in math, pure mathematics. So guess what? I came across an Asian teacher or two in my lifetime, right? And when I say came across, they were my teachers. Like I didn't come on them. All right. But there was one guy, Zenfu Chen. They used to call him Smokey Chen because he would host office hours and he would chain smoke cigarettes, him and his rookie psych. All right. I'm saying Lucky Strike, but I promise you that's how he would say it. Rookie psych. And his mouth was just fucking black just from smoking and drinking coffee in his office, right? And you weren't supposed to smoke in your office, but I don't know if you guys know about tenure. If you're a teacher, if you've been anywhere for more than 10 years, you get what's called tenure. You cannot get fired. So this dude would just open a window and fucking close his door and just have at it. So if you were coming in for office hours, Smokey Chen would open a window in the middle of goddamn winter, put on a North Face jacket, and let the Pittsburgh air whip in. And he would smoke and allow you to work the problems out on the board, and he would giggle. He would giggle. Whether mostly that was his way of letting you know you got the answer right. He go, I'm not lying. He would go, oh, right, like, and I mean, he was a great teacher. He was an amazing teacher, and I remember he had two teaching assistants. A white guy named Dan, and this other Asian girl. I don't remember her name. It might have been Lon or something like that, right? Dan was great. Dan was a white guy who could break it down for you. You know, Dan had that Blues Clues energy. You know, his sleeves were always bunched to right here. You know, he had a little black watch. You know, one of those guys where you find out this guy's like got a girlfriend, he's engaged. Like, you know, you don't know how he's managing it all. You can't even tell whether Dan is successful or not. But Dan seems to have figured out. I fucking love Dan, the way Dan explained things. I began to tutor and explain things like Dan. Now, Lon, on the other hand, the other assistant, who was also very, very Asian. I mean, she would say things like negitita, right? That was her way of saying things like negative. Negative to her was negi, and theta was theta, right? So you get an idea. Very, very fresh off the boat. Which that's not a racial slur. You can say that. Fresh off the boat. There was a whole show called Fresh Off the Boat, so we can say that. All right. So one of the things I loved about my Asian teaching assistant is she had a very limited wardrobe. She was Asian, did not care about that kind of stuff. I promise you, this girl had about 3 outfits. 3 outfits that consisted of some of the squarish jeans you've ever seen in your life, a pair of Skechers that somehow just didn't get dirty. You ever see people like that? It's usually Asians and Mexicans, tiny little feet, tiny little Skechers that just never get dirty. They just don't do dumb shit in their shoes. They only wear them to the workplace. They don't walk. They don't do anything in them on the weekend. So the shoes are never dirty. And one of the shirts that she used to wear, it was from Old Navy, and I'll never forget it. It blew my mind because it had the caption on the chest, "I'd rather be snowboarding." And I'm telling you, she wore this shirt, if not once, twice a week, because she only had 3 outfits that she rotated, right? And we would see each other Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you saw this shirt once or twice a week, depending on the week. And it just did not suit her personality, but then again, it may have. I always loved the fact that maybe she really would have rather be snowboarding. That outside of this class, outside of this demure Asian demeanor, that she actually rips the fucking slopes in the Poconos or West Virginia, some mountains, and she is taking it. Like Dan seemed like more of a snowboarding guy. Lon, I could tell Lon just bought a shirt at fucking Old Navy, but god damn did it speak volumes. Lon, she actually taught me about wearing logos on your chest. I'm not a big logo. You're going to see me wear a lot of brands unless they mean something to me. Right now, I'm wearing a King Palm hoodie because King Palm sends some shit out in the mail. But outside of that, if the logo don't mean nothing to me, like if it's not an NNFA shirt or if it's not a shirt that is of a a friend of mine who's a designer, I'm not wearing it. Like I told you guys that before, I think. I would look at shirts from Five Below, Superman shirts, Batman shirts, the Flash shirts, like all great characters and stuff like that. But it is weird to be over the age of 16 just wearing the Flash shirt. You know what I mean? Like, it's, what are you saying? What are you saying? And to who? And to who? That's all. All right. I don't know why I just snorted into the mic like that. I'm late in the comments, but I'm just seeing these other ones here. Ha ha ha. I had it with Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I did feel like they were both the same fucking movie when they were coming out. And the person who started all this Harry Potter talk, Steve Mario, says, "You won't be missing much. Thank you. Thank you. I will tell Tiana that you guys said that." Oh, okay. Tiana in the chat letting us know that Harry Potter 8 does drop tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be headed to Connecticut. I'm in Stamford, Connecticut, if anybody is up there. I will be at New York Comedy Club for the Stamford, Connecticut Club one night. I think it's just an 8 o'clock show up there, just doing a set with some other people, having some fun. I'll get back late Friday night, and then Saturday, I got to go to Philly. I got to go to a funeral. I don't know if I shared this with you guys. My uncle passed away. It was weird because it was right before the show at the Vigoist. My uncle, he died. Literally, we were about to go on stage at 7 o'clock, 6:43. I get a text that my uncle passed away. And I think we all saw it coming. Everyone like texted me like a week before. Like my daughter texted me a week before saying he was in the hospital and it wasn't good. And you know, my grandmother passed in January and he was at that funeral and he didn't look good then. He needed to be carried around and, you know, escorted everywhere. So uncles though, I don't know how to process it. He's my last uncle. You know what I mean? He was my last uncle. I had 2 other ones, but they both died. Like one died before I was a kid, but like before I was born, and the other one died young and estranged, so it didn't work out. But like, are you supposed, does anybody give a fuck that their uncle dies? Like I care that my uncle died, but what I'm saying is I didn't know my uncle that well. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna go out of respect and for support for my mother and everything like that and show face, and it's an opportunity to see all the family. Now I use funerals for that. Like I don't care. Come on, let's see each other. How have you all grown? Thank you. All right, I'm getting the fuck out there, right? But like, what is your relationship supposed to be with your uncle? I mean, there's Uncle Phil, right? Like we all see that Uncle Phil relationship, but do any of us have an Uncle Phil? You know what I mean? Like that's rare. I don't know any dudes that take on to their sister's children unless their sisters are dead. You know what I mean? I mean, Full House, yeah, Uncle Jesse and Joey. I can see those uncles dying and you being really, really upset. But also, that's the thing. It seems like uncles that are involved, they're not going to die anytime soon. You know, when you got uncles that are kind of off, doing their own thing, not really interacting with children, normal uncles, I might add, by the way. That actually seems normal to me for an uncle to be like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here, man. Go over here. It's grown folks. We're over here. We drinking and we smoking reefer." You know what I mean? Like, what do you want? You know, like that's what uncles were. An Uncle Phil or an Uncle Jesse, those were anomalies to me. So, like I just found out my uncle's middle name was David. I just saw the thing. They sent me the thing like, "Yeah, man, we're having this homecoming service for Bruce David Temple," and I'm like, "What the fuck? I didn't know. I mean, granted, no one talks about their middle name, but it's just a weird like this shows how much I did not know this guy. You know what I mean? Like I knew him, I knew who he was, but I don't know what he's about. So I'm kind of excited to go to the funeral, learn a little something, you know." If I were an uncle, that'd be the uncle that I would be. Like I'm not dealing with other people's kids, you know? I'm that way. I don't like kids. I like my kids. Well, I need to say I like my kids. I love my kids, and there's a difference. There's a difference. All right? Anyone's a father, no. You don't have to like your kids to love them. And there's a difference. My kids, a little they're older now, so they're not as annoying as they used to be. And I don't mean that in a bad way. They were just, they were fucking kids. I was an adult. We have nothing in common. Like, again, homie Monroe had one of the best jokes in the fucking world. I'm not supposed to like children because I'm normal. If you meet a man that's like, I absolutely adore children, yeah, run a background check on that motherfucker immediately. Immediately. Uh-uh. What the fuck is this? You guys talking about? You guys having whole fucking Harry Potter conversations? Ugh. Ugh. All right. Looking on Again, I'm late in the comments, but this is so funny. I'm 43, you dick. I just know shit. Yo, 40s is a fun age because you get touchy about your age. You get serious about your health. You take care of yourself. You're probably actually in like, I know I'm probably in better shape than I was. I probably haven't been in this good of shape since I was a teenager. You know what I mean? I do remember my mom kind of going through it when she hit 40. Like, it was just like an existential crisis of realizing it. And I never forget, there was I had to do something for school where I had to start reading articles in the newspaper, and I would have to cut the articles out and then do a little report on the article and bring it in school. So as children now, we have to start, hey, can I get the paper ready, and start looking through it and trying to find something interesting. So I'm reading through the paper, and I read a story about a woman who was like 43, I think, or 43 or 44. And in our neighborhood, it was actually a woman that we knew, to a friend of mine's mother, but that's not the point. Anyway, the paper said 44-year-old woman shot in the face in her own home. And this was like right around the corner from our house. So I literally go to my mom and I go, Mom, you're not going to believe this. Some old woman was shot in the face in her house right down the street. And like my mom literally was like, right. And I'm thinking she's reacting to the crime because it is a vicious crime that happened in our neighborhood. No, she was reacting. She goes, you think 44 is old? Ah. I'm like, Mom, a lady was shot in the face down the street. And she's like, you think 44 is old? Jesus Christ. So yeah, man, that's funny to watch people get sensitive about that kind of stuff. Didn't mean anything by it. Only 43. But come on, man. Happy Days? Happy Days was the mid-70s. 43, but yeah, like you say, you just know shit. I got you. All right. What? What's this here you got here? Steve. I saw something about people look old in like yearbook photos because of their clothes, and we associate that with old. Yeah, man. I remember seeing my mom and them's graduating pictures where they all had like their shoulders out and they had pearl necklaces on. And fuck. I want to say my mom graduated in, I guess, maybe the 70s. So she also had like they had weird hair. Like black women did not have good hair situations for graduating. Like, you know what I mean? Like it didn't look good for them. Let me see. 1970s high school graduation pics. I don't know why I'm doing this because I know I can't show you the photos properly. Let's see what we got. Yeah, they're showing me pictures of photos, not. I can show you. You guys want to see mine? You guys want to see my high school graduation picture? Do I still have that book here? Hold on, give me 1 second. I have a yearbook floating right here. Oi! Oh, yeah. All right. So yeah, this is high school yearbook. I found this when I was moving. Sorry, I gotta talk into the microphone. I found this when I was moving, and yeah, didn't they always do weird shit like this, or they put it in black and white? So what are you gonna do? Yeah, these are my principles and shit like that. Hold on, let me see what I can find. Oh, look at that. There's my baby. There's my receipt for me having a kid at such a young age. I graduated, and so did she. That's my daughter, her like first Christmas. All right, hold on. Where are all the goddamn pictures at? I don't even remember. I looked through this to see whether I was voted to do anything or whether I did any of the shit that I said I was gonna do. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's young Dave. Look at that guy, huh? Look at that fucking guy, will you? Jesus Christ. The only time I've ever had a bow tie on in my fucking life, and I didn't. I don't even think I tied. I think they tied it for us when we got there. Definitely had on jeans under that. Yeah, that was a weird time. Remember that you would have to like get in a car and drive to your high school to take pictures on like a fucking Saturday. But I don't look old in that picture, right? I look like a high school student. You know, I look like some sort of a space cadet or something like that. You know what I mean? Definitely an angry little kid, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't angry. Everyone always thought I was angry, but I wasn't. You see what I'm saying too? Even with the girls, look at their hairstyles. And this is fucking 2000. I graduated 2001. But like, yeah, they always make the girls with their nails, their necks out, put the pearls, a little bit of jewelry on, and then some old lady hairdo on to seem like, hey, we're gonna make it. We're gonna do. I don't know what they thought. Uh-oh. There we go. Can Asians teach the hood to not be so hood? The light-skinned ones, Japs, Koreans, and Chinese should teach finances, work ethic, education, and strong family structure. They're better at it than whites. Runaway slave, I think you got something here. I will say this. They are teaching this, but we're not paying any attention. I always say this. I see what happens to Asian people when they get here. When they come over, they know where to go to get businesses. They have ideas and they know where to go to get financing. And even if they are denied on financing, they will loan each other the money. They'll finance their dreams that way. But it seems as though if they get government financing or grants for their businesses, the government puts them in the hood. The government makes them open up their Chinese stores and their liquor stores in the worst neighborhoods, and they kind of fight their way out of that. I've always said, first level of America, beat the blacks. That's what it is. The first level. All right, you got here. You want to be an American? Let's see if you can beat the blacks. And they do. They always come to the neighborhood and they're like, man, all right, man. Fuck, man, I'm going to get out of this hood 25 cents at a time, one loose cigarette at a fucking time, one chicken wing at a fucking time. You know what I mean? And they do it. They do it. So there's a level of discipline there. I used to talk about this. I learned this about Chinese people in Philly from working in the life insurance industry. I worked with a Chinese woman who we were at MetLife. She used to write so many policies on other Chinese people because one of the ways Chinese people come up, and I'll give this to you guys, maybe you guys can organize your clans and do it. But Chinese people, they pull together. Let's say it's a big family in town, right? There's like 19 family members, uncles, cousins, aunts, brothers, sister, all of that. You know what I mean? And they look at the oldest one, old, what do you say? How do you say grandpa in Chinese? Anyone know? Old Sipa, sensei, whatever. All right. That guy, he's like 94. All the other 18 family members, they will pull their money together and they get a big life insurance policy on the oldest member. And whatever it costs, they pay it. They work together to pay it. So it'll be 18 of them. If the premium is $3,000 a month, they pull their money together and they make that payment because they know if that policy is going to pay out 5 million tax free to that family, and that person's going to die. So they already know that name. I do understand that, you know what I mean? I would love to do that with black people, but we all got individual goals. If you tell somebody put your cut in, they're not doing that. They're not doing it. I don't think it was, but if you say so, that was the most racist compliment sandwich I've ever seen. Wait about that. I'm about to get out of here soon. I gotta go. Wait, what about the expensive black t-shirts Jan was talking about last night? Oh, Kelly Cole? Okay. Good call. I owe you a story too, because I know C Dumps was asking me to finish this Chris Cotton story. So I'll get to that too if you didn't already ask for that. Hold on. Kelly Cole. Yeah. See, look, they should be. I wish I was bigger. I would make them sponsor this. So here's the deal. Kelly Cole shirts. These shirts that Josh Adam Myers put me on to last night. All right. These are high-end shirts that are made, and vintage shirts made here in the United States. A lot of like rock and roll guys wear them. A lot of dudes who are on, when you go on TV, like that's what I got mine for. If I do late night or I ever do, what do you call that shit? Any of those couch shows, I'll wear one of these on here. But yeah, these are good shirts. They're like, people wear them. Famous people wear them. Hold on, let me see if I can find the actual shirts. T-shirts, belts, accessories. Yeah, like a shirt here is like $74 for like a white tee, but they're like good quality white tees, and if you're doing push-ups and you got the right shoulders, nice little white fit, So yeah, I got a couple black ones. I should get some other color ones, but we'll see. We'll ease into them. At $72 a pop, you're waiting until you got some nice one, and that's it. Yeah, I don't know why. Josh wears these shirts, but he does. Yeah, we had Josh. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we had Josh Adam Myers on the show. So Josh is the guy who put me on. Between him and Derek, they're such divas, and they're the same, but they don't like each other. They didn't get along. It's so fascinating to watch. You're watching these two snip at each other the whole time. They would snip at each other. They were sharing private jet stories on the fucking podcast yesterday, and still somehow stop, I'm talking. It's like, you guys can't bond over private jets. What are we doing here? My work gave me the day off for a dead uncle. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna use my uncle died for so many excuses. Like, you people who are here know, but everyone else who doesn't know, my uncle, he meant everything to me, and I need some time to grieve. My uncle is probably going to pass soon, and I'm an aunt providing for my nephew, though. Well, yeah, aunts are different. Like, let me tell you how crazy it is. And again, maybe this is just my family, but this was the breakdown. My mom has 5 siblings. My mom has 3 brothers and 2 sisters. So there was 3 girls and 3 boys. When my grandmother and my grandfather split up, the boys kind of sided, I guess, emotionally and everything with dad, and the girls sided emotionally and spatially, like they actually lived together for a while, with mom. So I grew up with all my aunts and my mom and my mom and grandmother. Really, like it was almost like the uncles weren't even a part of our life. Like, they weren't even a part of our family. We never talked to them. In fact, my uncle who passed away, my first time ever meeting him was him. I don't know what, we were at a family event or something, and him and my mom, they don't get along. So it was wild. He was the first person I ever saw stand up to my mom. He was the first person I ever saw just like argue, because my mom, she's She was the top alpha bitch of all of the ladies, of her sisters and my mom. Yeah, my mom kind of dominated that. So I never saw anyone stand up to my mom. My mom always won everything. So all of a sudden there was this guy with my mom's face who was cussing her the fuck out. I was very curious who he was because I wanted to learn more of his ways. But that's when I also learned, oh, uncles aren't like that. Uncles don't come to just pick you up and take you out for the day, not like aunts. You know what I mean? Uncles are never going to the beach with their kids and just wanted to know if you wanted to come along. I'm sure there are uncles out there like that, but I didn't have that. So when I just assumed it was always uncles don't fuck with you like that. Aunts do, but uncles don't. Does that make sense? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Jesse turning 44 in a few days. Well, I'll be. Happy birthday, man. Happy goddamn birthday. And C Dump's also going to be 41 the day before the last Black Ass Comedy Show. December 19th is your birthday, huh? Well, I'll see you again before then, I'm sure. It's just my way of not saying happy birthday because I'm a dick. See, but that's the type of shit uncles will do. That's the type of shit uncles will do. All right, so C-Dumps, I owe you the story before I get out of here. You were right. I didn't play Kung Fu, but I didn't want to risk it. They are funny though. So I was telling a story yesterday. Josh Adam Meyers was doing a lot of name dropping. And Josh is good friends with Bill Burr. We actually caught Josh's voice. If you guys have seen the Old Dads movie, the new movie on Netflix is called Old Dads with Bokeem Woodmean and Bill Burr, and I can never think of that Spanish dude's name from Georgia the Jungle and all that shit. But those three. Josh, he doesn't make a cameo in it, but his voice does as a strip club DJ. And we got to talking about that kind of stuff, and he was sharing Bill Burr. He dropped a Bill Burr story. So I was like, oh, that's fine. I'm going to share one after you. And Bill Burr came to Philly a few years ago to do a show at the Tower Theater. Anybody's from the Philadelphia area, you know the Tower Theater, legendary theater, right there on the outskirts in the Upper Darby, the bottom of 69th Street. Very, very amazing theater, right? I wanted to go see the show. Keith Robinson had connections. Keith was cool with Burr. Literally calls him up, demands, hey, leave some tickets for my young fellas at the door. He does. And Paul Verzi was opening for Burr at the time. We were great friends with Paul. So after the show, Paul, hey, where you guys at? Oh, we're in front of the building. Hey, come around the side. I'll let you guys in. You know what I mean? So we're backstage, we're hanging out, we're kicking it with the great Bill Burr. This is amazing. Me and my friend Chris Cotton are hanging out with Bill Burr backstage at fucking Tower Theater. And these guys, they get the smacking at their lips. Because their fans have provided them cakes and pies and all kinds of shit like that. And he's like, yeah, I don't eat this shit, but they bring it to me anyway. But what I do want is a cheesesteak. And he looks at us, is there anywhere you guys can get us a cheesesteak for the night? And I'm like, yeah, Pat's and Geno's, those are still open. They're legendary staples. They don't close until 3:30 in the fucking morning. And it's Friday, Saturday night. You're jumping right now. He's like, well, yeah, I've heard of those places. Let's do it. Pat's and Geno's. I want to try them both. Cool. All right. So we're taking Bill Burr in separate cars, but it's wild. Like we're driving through the city and Bill Burr is just following us in his rental car. You know what I mean? Chris had an awful dangerous Jeep that we were riding around in. And, this is what I love about Bill Burr. And I've still learned to carry myself this way because of old Wilbur. All right. Salute. He's driving a Chevy Malibu. That's it. A white Chevy Malibu parked on the side of the theater. I go, this guy, he gets it. There's no big entourage. There's no tour bus. There's no, hey, him and Paul, they hopped into Malibu and they followed us. So we were able to drive through the hood because it's just a Chevy Malibu with two white guys in it. You know what I mean? There's no one knows there's a famous movie star in this fucking car. And I'm like, I respect the shit out of this, right? But as we're getting closer to the cheesesteak spot, I'm thinking like, yo, dude, we're gonna have to buy Bill Burr a cheesesteak. Like if he says get out of the car, hey, I'm fucking Bill Burr. I was just in Breaking Bad and all these. I can't stand in line. Here's the money. Can you go get me a cheesesteak? And you're like, fuck. Am I gonna have to get like, you know, like it's not a bitch move, but it feels like a bitch move, and that's just Philly testosterone. I'm not getting no fucking steak sandwich for you. You're a grown ass man. I'm not your fuck boy. I'm not your errand boy. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your buddy, pal. Those are South Park quotes. But yeah, he's like, me and Chris are like, we're like, yo, what the fuck do we? I mean, it's Burr. Like, if he tells us to do it, we'll do it. But we're not gonna tell nobody else that we did it. All right. And fucking good old Bill Burr. He hopped out of the car and he got in line and got his own fucking cheesesteak. He had, to this day, I actually own the coat now, probably because of Bill. But he just had one of those regular North Face zip ups. Just put that on and had a little beanie, put it over his little bald head. He was a regular fucking guy. That was it. He wasn't dressed in anything. He had on regular fucking jeans. So he was able to just blend in and he didn't bring attention to himself. And he was able to stand in both lines and get fucking cheesesteaks and then stand there and eat them. And if you guys have ever seen Pat's or Gino's, it's a goddamn pinball machine. It's a very bright outdoor eating establishment. So, you know, there's a lot of light where people can see who we are and see, but no one's paying attention. Everyone's drunk. Everyone's minding their own business. So we were able to just kind of stand there and nothing happened. Also, what was great about it was some soldiers were there who got into a fight that night. And there was so much chaos that no one spotted Bill Burr. I have no idea why I can't click on any of these pictures to make them bigger. But this is what the outdoors of Pat's Steaks look like. It's lines and you get under the thing. It's bright fucking lights under there. And yeah, we were able to just stand in line like normal people. No one went, yo, dude, are you fucking Bill Burr? No. We stood there and then a big old fight broke out. They got in their fucking Chevy Malibu and they drove off. And to this day, I go, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Fuck a tour bus, fucking entourage, fuck a bunch of jewelry. I want that kind of fame. The kind of fame that I can still go in line and get a cheesesteak. I don't have to pay. A cheesesteak doesn't now cost me $150 because I gotta pay and tip somebody to go do it because I'm too big to stand in line. Fuck that. Fuck that. Shout out to Bill Burr. Every time I now have that fucking North Face zip up that just because, like, yeah, I want to be that low key, even though they're not even in style anymore. Everyone's moved on to Patagonia. I stay with the North Face. You know why? Because I know the North Face will be back in style. I know it'll be back in style, and then I know everyone will start paying $300 for those little fucking jackets again. Ugh. All right, I'm going to go. What the fuck? LeVar Burton's kid? Hey, man, you guys know how I feel about LeVar Burton. One of the classiest celebrities of all time. That's a guy someone can take advice from. LeVar Burton, fucking Roots, Star Trek, Reading Rainbow, got the hell out of Dodge. Never molested anyone. Never sexual allegations. Not even a fight in a fucking nightclub. We haven't even got it. I don't even think LeVar Burton has a Twitter. I don't even think he's even tweeted anything offhand that makes anyone go like, hey man, that guy could be a problem. What is this? Your employer can take out a life insurance policy on you without your permission. Walmart does it for sure. Yes, they do, Jesse Black. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Everybody thought that was fucked up on Walmart's part. I'm gonna tell you, as a person who understands life insurance and using it as a tool, that is a fucking genius move right there. So what Jesse is referring to is, you know how Walmart always has like an old person, like an old senile, half autistic person standing next to somebody checking receipts at the door, and you almost wonder, what is the point? Why do they even have that guy there? Like, he's not stopping me from stealing anything. Why do they have this old man by the door? It's because they took out a $3 million policy on that old man. And when that old man drops dead, oh, Walmart gets paid. Walmart gets paid. Life insurance is a tool, man. And now that you know that, look into it, man. The best thing about life insurance is tax free. Sometimes you can even funnel money in. Talk to your financial advisors about this. Obviously, I'm not qualified to give this kind of advice anymore. I don't even know if I was qualified to do it then. But yeah, man, like, you can put things in life insurance, like investments, all of that shit. And because it's tax free, the death benefits are tax free. You can build cash value inside of a life insurance policy, like actually have it attached to the stock market so that the cash value of a policy goes up or down. And when it's up, you can borrow against the policy. You can literally take the cash money out of the policy and let it lapse. But the crazy thing about loans are tax free also. You don't tax a loan. And if you don't pay the loan back, then you just lose the policy. But that's it. So think about that. You put some money in the stock market, it goes up. You go to pull it out, they want their taxes. They want the taxes on the growth. You have a same investment account wrapped inside a life insurance policy, there's nothing they can do. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Telling you, man. Telling you. All right. So, I'm going to get ready to go. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for hanging out. I can't tie up the internet all day long. You got to get on there. Alex is in the building. What up, Alex? Yo, Alex, you got to send me, if you could find me that link to that video, man. Not the video, the movie. But Equal Pride, I still can't find it. I can't find a place to watch it. I still want to watch it, though. So bad. So bad. What is this? This is where I always have trouble getting off because the comments are always so good and I want to deal with this stuff. LOL, Boston versus Philly is calling it a steak and cheese versus a cheese steak. I call it a steak and cheese now. Blame R. Kelly arguing with Big J about it on Skanks. I have not heard that. I did not know that, but that does sound like some dumb Boston nonsense. All right. Now, after I done sat here and gave all of this praise to Bill Burr for being a great guy and a mind from Boston, this is where Boston really shits the bed. Boston, they talk like toddlers. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Hey, I'm Ricky. Welcome to Dining In, you guys. But they call things exactly what they are. Like, okay, cheesesteak is a cool little word, but yeah, Boston, they're just fucking steak and cheese. A steak and cheese. That's what it is. Like, fucking the woman told us in Boston, water fountains. Water fountains are called bubblers. Bubblers. Yeah, I'm going to go get a drink from the bubbler there. Like, come on. I'm not taking advice from anyone who calls a water fountain a bubbler. A bubbler. What happened up there? What happened that makes you guys talk that way up there? I get it, though. It's pretty far up north. I think that's what it is. It's a lot further than people think. So, yeah, it doesn't have, it's like the South, but up north. I feel like Maine is like that too. But dude, didn't Maine just have a shooting this week? Yo, speaking of, you know who else just had a shooting? Not to land on a morbid topic, but Brazil. Just saw Brazil had a school shooting. Fuck yeah, man. Other people throwing their hat in the ring. I mean, America, we're still number one. We are still Number one. Did they find that guy? No, there was a guy in Maine who shot a bunch of people, and then he was on the run for a couple of days, which we've had a few manhunts this year, man. So I'm actually excited. We got 2 months left in this year. I don't know if you guys have put it together that, yeah, we got 2 months left in 2023. I remember this year. This year, it went by fast, but it went by, it did good. But we had a lot, and I'm curious to see what we are going to pull off in the last 2 months. I don't know what you guys have planned or what your last few goals are. I can honestly say I think I've achieved most of mine this year. I didn't write them all down at the beginning of the year like some sort of homo, but yeah, new place, touring, the podcast is growing. You guys always come and hang out. My kids are growing, they're safe. Like I fucking I have no complaints with this year. I have no complaints. 2024 will be interesting. I'm sure they always are. But yeah, man, I mean, Thanksgiving is right around the way. This is usually when we start putting on all the weight because once Halloween hits, then we start going like, I gotta eat all this candy and all this sugar. Then Thanksgiving goes, and then we really add and pack on, and then Christmas. So then by January, we're like fucked. You know what I mean? So you know what I can say? I handled it great this year because you know what we did? I ran a 8K last November. Me and T ran an 8K in Camden, New Jersey. Right? And you know what? This is good because I see what you're saying here, George. I might recommend this for you because I was supposed to go for a run before I did this. Running is what made this year go by amazing. I don't think I missed too many runs this year. So feeling depressed, it happens this time of year. It's dark when you wake up. It's dark when you go to bed. And it sounds corny. You gotta move, man. You gotta move. I will give this advice to anybody who is feeling down. Pick a time to wake up and wake up every day at that time. I still have it in my phone. Matter of fact, I know I said I'm going to share this with y'all. This is important. Because it's important. I'm going to share this with you. It's very important. I said it 3 times for a fucking reason. Okay? What does that say here? What does that say? Can you see that? This is an alarm that I set in my phone. Wake up and get ready. That was at 7:30 every day. Every day, Monday through Sunday, that alarm goes off at 7:30. I don't know why I'm turning into Denzel Washington. At 7:30, you better be up like it's Pelican Bay. Do you understand me? But I say this. Start there. Just get up at the same time every day. I don't care if you don't have shit to do. Get up, make your bed, and that's it. If nothing else, just get up at the same time. Pick a time. For me, it was 7:30, and it was 7:30 5 or 6 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago, bro. That alarm still goes off. I'm up way before that alarm. So what happens is you start to get your circadian rhythm back and you start to move and figure all that kind of shit out. So last year we ran an 8K in November in Camden, New Jersey. It was just going over the Ben Franklin Bridge and coming back. Me, T, one of my best childhood friends, and his wife, we all grabbed a hotel room, stayed in this room. You know what I mean? And I remember telling T, by running a run like that, and I think this went up to like the Saturday after Black Friday. So it was the following Saturday after Thanksgiving. I said, if you do nothing else, your depression will stay at bay until February just because of that run. Just because of that run. And that was the thing. We went into 2023 with the momentum of I'm not letting that shit settle in on me. I'm not letting that shit settle in. So we never let it settle. I don't run every day. I run Saturday morning now. That's it. Like I said, I still do my regular workouts out in the park. That's another thing. I work out outdoors, bro. I work out outdoors. You gotta get the air on you, the cold air, the hot air, the wet air, the dry air. I don't give a fuck if it's raining. I don't give a fuck if it's sun, like whatever. If it's snow, if it's flurries, if it's just some flurries, get them flurries on you, man. Go to the thrift store, get yourself some waterproof clothes, some warm clothes. That shit, bro. I be getting this shit for $6, $7, $8. The appropriate shit to keep me warm, so it don't cost nothing. We made life a bit harder than it needs to be, but you do not have to succumb to it. And I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you, if you start there, if you pick a time and set an alarm and get up at that time every day, regardless of whether you have something to do or not, get up and make your bed so that you cannot get back into it. Do that for 7 days. And then day 8, just keep building on. Add something else into the routine. So for me, I get up. Man, that was weird. I get up. First thing I do, open up Duolingo. I do Spanish until I run out of lives. I do Spanish until I run out of lives. So some days I wake up and I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it at all. But if I just do Spanish, because that's the easiest thing I can do. I'm in the bed. Tell you, I be in the bed like a little. But start to get my brain thinking, start to get my brain working, you know what I mean? And actually having to figure out and learn something else. So, you know, you'll start to find things that interest you and you put those ahead of the things that you don't like. If you got a job that you hate, get up. All the more reason to get up. If you got a job that sucks that you got to be at 9, man, if I had all right, I had to go and drop a load at that, what is that called? Fertility clinic on Tuesday. My appointment was at 9:15. You know what time I got up? 4. I got up at 4 because I wanted to do the shit that I wanted to do before I had to go get involved with all the shit I don't want to do. That's the way it works, bro. Like, you got to give yourself time to go do the shit that you actually enjoy doing before you get to all the other bullshit. And then before you know it, you start approaching the bullshit with an attitude of like, yeah, whatever. I already had a good time this morning. I was already doing my thing. Dude, I see people in the mornings riding their bikes with their homies. You know what I mean? They be racing around the park. Hey, what's going on, Bill? Hey, no, you're at the office. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Their endorphins are already pumping before they get into Wall Street or wherever they go at. So, you know what I mean? Let's do that. All right. Somebody said, you mean you said? I hate when people say that. Somebody said NNFA should have been Monroe and Dave. I say suck a dick. Derek is necessary, but I miss Monroe. If you guys are interested in anything that I do with Monroe, because I'm about to leave, I'm about to get out of here now, but I will say this. Monroe and I put together a pretty fun sketch show that we did. It was called The Process. This was fun because we did this from scratch. Like, we sat down, we wrote all of this shit. We filmed it, we edited it. Is that how you say that? We edited it. And so check this out. Y'all could go watch this once I log off. See this show, The Process? Couple episodes of this. Some of you may have seen this, some of you didn't. As you see, the views aren't that high because we're not good at marketing.
Oh. Yeah, did you see that? Got milk.
You all should be sterilized before you leave here today.
Damn this bitch, yo. You guys know the deal then. Okay.
Yeah, man. Go check that out, man. That's on my page. It's on Monroe's page. Yeah, man. So don't ever think that it's not a diss thing. It's just, you know, everybody's working on different stuff, but it's all love. We all come together, man. You know, I can't wait until we officially put like a comics come home kind of thing, like how the Boston guys do. I'm working on that now, trying to organize all the Philly guys who are just too busy to talk to each other now. But yeah, man, you guys have been great. Thank you guys for coming in. All right. Were my sperms dead? I don't know yet. They're gonna give me the results in 3 to 5 days. It'll give my doctor the results. So they better be dead. If they're not dead, and I just paid $100 just to jerk off into a cup, it's fucking ridiculous. So thank you guys for tuning in, man. It's been the Thursday Night Live. Harry Potter 8 up on Gas tomorrow for all my Gas Digital subscribers. If you are not a Gas Digital subscriber, use promo code NNFA for a 7-day trial and go watch all the movies, you know. And please subscribe to the YouTube. All of the stuff that we recorded will drop next week. Members already saw it Wednesday. If you are a Black Air Force One membership, you get to stay on the YouTube stream because we bounce them around now. You know, find some different ways to fuck around with you guys, keep it interesting. All right, please email me any clips, and you know, I always review stuff. I know I yap, I go long-winded on here, and I know I say I'm going to review some videos, and I will, but it doesn't always have to be about videos, does it? Sometimes I can just talk to you guys, right? All right, guys, take care. Good night, man. Have a good week.